Hey, everybody. It's Glidercat. The sun is coming up over the horizon here, and it's time to play more Foundry. Let's do it. So when we left off, I created some flat area here for us. I cleared out a bunch of the vegetation, cleared out some trees, and leveled the land a bit so that we can place our research lab. So I'll get this tree too. Looks like one I missed. And I tried to pick an area that was between the two mines that we have going. So here's our xenoferrite mine. Here's our technomore mine. I'm not sure why the map highlights some of this area that I cleared out with this texture. So we'll see. But yeah, over this area, not right on top of the mines, but close enough where we can route products to the research lab. So let's go ahead and place it. I'm gonna come back here this way. And then look back at this open area. We'll go into the craft menu and buildings way here on the right. There it is, research lab. And I'm going to build it, or it's building. I already did build one. Let's see. I'll cancel that out. I just right clicked on the build in progress. I've got one already built. We did that last episode. So if I right click on this, I should be able to place it. And let's see here. I'm going to rotate just to see what we've got. So I think, let's see. Yeah, I think this is the front where we have these two big pillars. I think that's the front. So let's just drop it down. I suppose we could always move it, but let's drop it down right here in this nice flat area. All right, we completed that task. And it should come up with another one here pretty soon. But if we look, this is just a building site. This isn't actually our research lab. So we've got to supply some materials here in order to get this thing fully built. And if we look at the control panel, we can see we need 200 xenoferrite plates. We need 100 machinery parts, which we have not yet built yet. And we need 100 wire coil, which we haven't built yet. So we've got a couple options here. One is we could just manually haul that stuff over here, or we could route it in with a conveyor belt. And I'm kind of inclined to do a mix of both. We have xenoferrite plates being produced right now by one of our assemblers. Maybe that's the first thing we go and grab and have routed into this work site. If we look in the back of the lab, there are 4 input-output ports where we can input materials. Initially, it'll be those building materials, but once the lab is finished, we'll be passing in our science packs to do the research. So let's see where our xenoferrite plates are being manufactured. Yep. All right. So let's head over here. I think this is our xenoferrite, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a look. All right, xenoferrite plates, we got 111 already in there. So what we can do is route a conveyor all the way out this way. And I don't think we need to have building blocks underneath these. So let's do that. Let's see how many belts I've got. Looks like I've got about 41 belts. I do need, I'm going to need some blocks here for the loader to sit on. So let's go and we need to build a loader. Craft menu, let's build that. I think that's way over here. Let's grab, why don't we grab 5 of these while we're at it. And we'll slot this one here to take the plates out. I got to escape out of my inventory before I can place. So there we go. Oops. And drop a belt. And then let's see, do we want to, let's see if I can just hover these belts at this level. Looks like I can. Let's see if there's any physics that are going to prevent these from, nope, we're good. We are good. So let's bring this way back. We're going to need more. And we'll make it all the way back to the lab here in the back of the lab. Okay, we ran out of conveyor belts. Let's go ahead and build some more. Craft menu. Conveyor belts. I'll do, let's see, how many do I get? 2 per shot. All right, that should get me close to 100. So let's go place more of those down. Escape out of my inventory here. And we'll come straight back. And let's just go over here and make sure that this is set to output. Right now it says intake. If I toggle it to output, here come our plates. And maybe just for looks here, maybe I will blast out some of these blocks. Let's see, let's bring the belt over and just see where we need to do it. I can do some of this maybe off camera, but let's do this little stretch here. We can just knock out some of these guys and route this belt back behind the research lab where those input ports are. While I'm here, I'll steal some of this biomass. We'll use that to power our biomass burner till we get our solar up and running. All right. And I want to get behind the research lab. So a little bit further back. All right, keep going. And we're only going to need to feed these plates in for a short period of time just to get the construction done. Then we'll probably reuse parts of this belt to route the science packs once we get those being produced. So let's go ahead and finish this path here. Here we go. Come all the way back to right. That looks right. And then make a turn here. And that looks good. I think we come all the way through here. Yep. Let's go ahead and slap a loader on the back of the research lab. Now we're definitely going to have a building block underneath. So let's do that to power the loader. In fact, we're going to need to provide power too. So let's go ahead and drill down here. I'm going to take these out as well. And let's go put some more blocks here down. All right. And then our loader can sit on top of that. Boom. Finish our belt. We want that guy to go this way and into the research lab. And now what we're going to see is intake, no power. So it's set to take the plates in, but it's got no power. So in the short term, even though the lab itself doesn't need power to operate, we don't need this to sit on building blocks and route power to the lab itself. We do need the loaders to have power. So let's go ahead and let's check our inventory and see if we have any burners. Doesn't look like we do. Got tons of biomass here, which is good. Let's go to the craft menu, grab a biomass generator. We'll wait for that to build. And then we can plop that guy down, throw some biomass into it, and we will have power. So I'm just going to right click here and drop this guy. Let's make the panel facing us. And then I'll just click the input button here, and there's our biomass. The intake, there it goes. So now we're sending plates in to this construction site for our first research lab. You can see the numbers ticking up there. Now we need to get machinery parts and wire coil. So wire coil, I believe, if we go to the craft menu, I believe that's the rods, the Technum rods for the wire coil. It could be wrong. Now, one Technum rod gets us 2 wire coils. So I've got a bunch of them here. Maybe in the interest of time, we just craft up a bunch of these. So I only need 100. So let's see. So every 5 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. That gets me 100 wire coils. You can see those popping in. We'll just drop those in immediately. And then for machinery parts, if I bring up the craft menu on that, That requires, oh, both the wire coil and technum rods. Okay, so we're going to need a lot more technum, but we do have a lot on us. We might be able to do those too. So let's look at the inventory. So now I've got the 100 wire coil. And to drop those into the building site here, I just go to manage inventory. For wire coil, say add 200. And so now we're good. We got the xenoferrite plates taken care of, and we've got the wire coil taken care of. We just need the machinery parts, 100 of those. Let's see if I can just craft those in my inventory. Here are the machinery. Oh, was it machinery parts? Yeah, so that we're going to need xenoferrite plates. And I've got quite a few here. So let's just go ahead and craft those in our local inventory. And how many do I get? I get one per, and I need 100. So let's do. I think that'll do it. I think that's going to get us 200 or 100, maybe more. Should do it. It's going to come pretty close, and then this will complete our lab. While we're waiting for these to craft, I can go and show you something else here. On these belts, if you want to take items off the belt, if you point at the belt and you hit the F key, now it'll just put these guys into your inventory. So we can collect some of these while we're crafting our machine parts. Just backfill some of the product that we took, because we'll need these for the building blocks as well. All right, looks like we're all crafted up. Let's go see if I've got the 100 that I need. So check my backpack, 95. I got to get a few more. So let's do that. Craft menu. And there we go. Now we got plenty. All right, let's slap them in here and see what happens. There go the machinery parts. We're good there. And that says finish construction. So we'll go ahead and click this. Boom. And we got another tip. Looks like we've unlocked some technologies. So let's see. High voltage power. Advanced energy producing machinery generates high voltage power, which is transported by power poles and cables. To convert high voltage power to low voltage power, which is distributed through building parts, a transformer needs to be placed on the according building parts and connected to the high power this one says HPV, so there's a little typo there. High voltage power via a power cable. Important, even if the power generating machinery, except the burner generator, requires a foundation, they only output generated power to a connected high voltage power grid. So they're just saying that when we slap the burners on those building blocks, the power was automatically transmitted to them. It's not the same when we slap a solar panel on. You've got to route that power through a transformer. So transformers have a maximum transmission rate. Sometimes multiple transformers may be necessary depending on the amount of power consuming machinery. Power cables can be crafted after you equip them, and you can click on a connectable object to start a cable and then click again on the desired endpoint. For example, the solar panel to power pole or pole to pole. Okay, so what are they showing us here? Here's the transformer. That's this guy here. There's a power pole, and then there's a solar panel. So we'll see this pretty soon because we definitely want to do that. And just by virtue of completing the construction of the lab, they've given us this high voltage energy, which unlocks power lines, power poles, transformers, and solar panels. We want all of that. And science packs. So we can actually start creating science packs and sending them into the research lab to research new technologies. So that's all good. Let's click got it and move on. If I look at the top right, it just says research is set to none. So if we take a look at the research lab, looks pretty cool. Pretty big. I guess this would be considered a building, and everything else so far would be considered machines. So let's take a look in here. Open at the control panel. So if I do open research interface, here's the things that are available for us to research. We've got batteries, containers, conveyor distributor. I've not used that yet. Inventory size +1. That sounds pretty useful. Lights, those are cool for nighttime, obviously. Loader second lane. I've not used that yet. Mining drill, speed it up. Railings, it looks like aesthetics. Another research lab, lab level 2, and then stairs. And then we've got all kinds of stuff down here that we can research later. So including more labs. So here's our lab level 3. And here's our lab level 4. And I think that's as far as the labs go. How we can build a monument. That looks pretty cool. That must be kind of late stage. And then science packs up to science pack 4, it looks like. And I'm guessing this is all the research in the game, but we'll take a look and see. We'll find out as we play on here. Mining laser, that looks cool. I think I saw that in the trailer. So instead of just using the mining drill on your hand, you have this laser and you can mine from a further distance away. It looked like that seemed pretty cool. All right, this stuff. Oh, piping. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Very cool. Very, very cool. All right, what's first? What is first? Let's see. Batteries or lights or inventory? Inventory is pretty nice. I think we want battery. Let's go ahead and start the research on that. We're not producing any science packs yet, so the research isn't going to move forward, but at least we can set it. And from what I can tell, you can only set one research at a time. I don't see you being able to queue it up. Like some other factory games, I think you can queue up a few research projects at a time. I haven't seen that functionality in here yet. Doesn't mean they won't add it, but I think you can only do one at a time right now. All right, cool. And then the other thing is you don't have to go up to the research lab to access your research. If you look at the bottom right, those little helpers, if you look at the G where that little beaker is, I can get to the research here and set the research without having to walk over to the lab. So what we need to be thinking about now is how do we create science packs? Because that's what we need to feed in here. And eventually we're going to have to clear off this belt. But let's see what it takes to create a science pack. So we'll go into the craft menu and we should have a new. This is new. It takes 10 machinery parts and 8 technum rods. So we've got the plates. What do we have? We have xenoferrite plates automated. We need to automate machinery parts. And that's going to use the plates. So we definitely want to automate machinery parts. And then technum rods we've already got automated. So let's think about automating the machinery parts. Unfortunately, it just turned into nighttime, right? We're getting ready to do some building. But we've got our trusty flashlight, and that's doing fine for now. So we need to find a place, and this is why I didn't want to have the lab right on top of the mines here, so that we have some room to do more building or more assemblers and things. So let's see. We want to set up machine parts. And machinery parts, all they take is xenoferrite plates. So plates come in and parts come out. So we'll end up probably redirecting this line to redirect this line of plates, which is no longer needed at the research lab. We'll redirect that to our new little manufacturing area to create the machine parts. So I'm going to toggle this output to input just to shut off the flow of these plates, and we'll let them back up in the assembler here, and I can just collect them because we're going to have to clear out this belt anyway. All right. So let's set up our assembler. We're going to need a whole platform again. So I'm going to drill this out, and I'll do it while we're on camera here. It won't take too long, hopefully. We'll drill out a section, and this is going to house our assembler. Another burner probably, or maybe we can go straight to solar. We'll see how long it takes. Maybe we could drop solar panels and power with solar now. I think we've got the technology to do that, and we're going to research a battery, which is going to make that a little bit easier. We'll probably use a burner. What do they call that? What is it? Let's see here in my backpack. We'll probably use a biomass burner initially to power things, but then we can switch over to solar once we get the batteries researched, and we can drop a couple of those, and we should be good. We can get rid of the biomass burner. Let's just clear out an area here for a platform. That might do it. That might do it. All right, let me grab building blocks. It looks like I need to craft some more of those. All right, we'll get those all going. While those are building, I might just raid the storage of our assembler here and get some more xenoferrite plates. So let's grab those. And we'll come back. And let's see if I've got enough. Looks like I do. Let's just fill this all in. It's pretty cheap. The building blocks are fairly cheap. So I don't think it's worth really getting too conservative with them. All right, there we go. So we know we're going to need an assembler. So let's go to the backpack. I'm pretty sure I don't have any in here. I do not. So let's go to the crafting menu and get ourselves an assembler. Looks like I can build 2. I'll just take 1 for now. Let that build up. This guy's going to make our machine parts. Initially, we'll just drop 1 down. We may need 2 eventually, but we'll just try 1 to get us going. Let's put the panel on the side. I guess I'm thinking we're going to route those plates in this way. We'll come into the side of the machine, and then we'll route the final product out the other side. All right, let's just put this guy right here. Boom, we're going to need a loader. I got a few more in inventory here, so let's just use that. And again, we're just connecting up to these ports here at the bottom of the assembler. And then I think I can just take, let's see. I just need to route this belt over to the side. So I'm going to go ahead and remove one of these belts. I'm going to hit Z to get into demolition mode. Boom. I'll take out that belt as well. And let's route all of our plates straight into this guy. Boom, boom. And he's going to complain about no power again. And so what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put another block down here. And that's where we're going to put our biomass burner. So let's craft up one of those. And so that's why I wanted to collect that biomass as we've been going, because I knew we were going to use a few of these burners along the way. So let's go ahead and place that guy here. We'll rotate it so we can see the panel. Boom. Feed it some biomass, and now we've got power. That'll power both this intake loader and the machine itself. So now that we've got that set up, we can go and let loose the plates. Although I'm going to steal some for myself here before they all go bye-bye. All right, so now we're getting plates in here. This guy needs a recipe. Configure the assembler. We want machine parts or machinery parts. So here we go. The plates are coming in and it's starting to produce. And let's look at our craft menu one more time and see what else we need for these science packs. We need technum rods. So 10 machinery parts and 8 technum rods. So let's see. We need to take a quick look at the map and see where we want to place the assembler that's going to put together the science packs. So we've got the machinery parts and we've got technum rods way over here. We just need a machine somewhere in the middle to take these 2 products, and then we'll route the science packs all the way back to the lab. So maybe just north of me. Let's see. And there is a compass, which is nice in the top left. And it even tells you, I think, your coordinates, which is really cool. All right, let's look at our little, here's our old primitive burner here, primitive smelter, furnace. Let's grab whatever's in there so we get some technum rods. I don't know that I have any ore on me. I'll drop some in. Yeah, it looks like I had a few. But we're not going to be using that guy much anymore. Maybe just for a surplus when we need to quickly produce a little bit extra. All right, but I was thinking of heading north and place. Ooh, we got a big hole here we got to fill. Let's see. Where is our other lab? Our technum rods are up here. So we're going to need to get those down. Well, that's not bad. It's not bad at all. All right, so this guy's loaded with Technum rods. Sure, right? Yeah, he's got 200 in his inventory, just waiting. And what's the best way to get these down the hill? Maybe come out the side. So let me drill this stuff out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, down the road, it looks like there is a laser drill that that you can equip, and you can blast these blocks from a further distance. And I think there's research that helps speed up the drill speed as well. And we'll probably get to that as we play. Let's see. Let's grab these out of here. We know we're going to have a little more platform to house a loader to pull these out. So I could go out and then over this way, or just straight out, right? Let's see. If I come out this way and then just this direction. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. And then maybe we put our assembler over here. So let's do that. Let's get the Technum rods on their way out here. That shouldn't be too bad. And then we're getting close to the end of this episode. So drill out a few more of these. Boom, 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 boom. And I want to drop down. I'm just going to go right from this guy. Got another loader here. Rotate him. Take a quick look at our biomass burner here and maybe pop in some more fuel. You can see it's still got plenty, but we've got tons of biomass in our local inventory here, so we might as well get rid of it. And we said we were going to come straight out and then down. So let's do that with some belts. Probably going to have to make more of these. And then let's just come down here and see. And we might need to build some, well, let's see. Yeah, we probably should build some sloped ones as we go. Can always clean it up later. Let's go ahead to craft menu. Let's grab a few of these. 5 of those. And boy, I need all of these I can get. And I'm going to need more xenoferrite plates, it looks like. Let's see, where can I get those? So we have a bunch over here that are stacked up behind the research lab. So maybe I grab these and use that F key trick I showed you a little bit earlier. The other thing you want to keep in mind when we go to switch what's coming down the line, there is actually a belt underneath the loader. And so this belt underneath the loader right now has a plate on it. So if I point at the loader and I just hit the F key, you'll see. So if for some reason your loader isn't working or feeding, it could be you've got a different type of product sitting on the belt. And to clear that off, you just do exactly what I'm doing now. Point at the belt and hold down the F key. And right now I'm just doing this so we can collect these plates up. We only needed to send these into the research lab for the construction phase, but I can use these now because I need to create some building blocks. So I'll just clear this off. Hopefully it won't take too long. But yeah, in the comments, let me know what you guys think about this game. If you've stuck with me this far here, we're not that far, we're not that far along. But man, I think it plays really smooth, and I'm really enjoying it, and I'm anxious to see how far I can take it, and I'm anxious to see how much gameplay there is. So yeah, I'm pretty impressed right now with how smooth it flows, and you can see we haven't encountered anything janky. The graphics look fine, movement's fine. The helper text that pops up as you progress early on is pretty intuitive. It makes a lot of sense. There's a few little typos here and there, but that's nothing. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about this game, and if you think you would pick it up, how it stacks up against the likes of Satisfactory or Factorio, or if you've played FortressCraft, another Voxel game, how you think it stacks up against that, what you like, what you don't like. Still early, but I think it's pretty cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and finish our route here. What was I doing? I was looking to get my sloped conveyor belts so I can get this all the way down. So let's go into the backpack. I'm going to put that on the hotbar because I think we're going to be using these. Okay, with these, I think you right click. Okay, so I want to change the orientation. Right now it's set up to go uphill. If I want to change the orientation, I hold down the right mouse button and then I just hover over the direction that I want it to go. I want it to slope down, so I'll just do that. Now I've got it sloping down and I can rotate it. I don't need to rotate it. It's actually perfectly orientated. That's a word. And I'll switch back to some belts and we will come down this way. And then we'll drop another guy. And if you wanted to, you could level all this terrain. In some places, I'll probably do that. In other places, I'll just go ahead and leverage the different belts here, the sloped belts. Boom, drop that down. And how far do I want to come? I think I want to come all the way down. I'm thinking of putting an assembler over in this area, and then we can take the machinery parts from this assembler, take the Technum rods that are coming down the hill, pop them into a new assembler, and spit out science packs, first level 1 science packs. So let's go ahead and finish this belt. And boom. We got to come down a couple more steps. Oh, I need more belts. All right, let's go craft some more belts. I grabbed that I grabbed those plates. So maybe that'll, oh, what do I need? I need more xenoferrite plates. Oh, I've got plenty. There we go. Yeah, let me just do this. For some reason, I thought I didn't have enough. Okay. I've got belts coming out the wazoo now. So I need to escape. That's the only thing that kind of I get hung up on here is when you have the inventory open, you can move side to side, but you can't swivel and you can't place. So just got to remember, if things seem a little locked up, just hit the escape key and escape out of your inventory, and then everything goes back to the way it should be. So it's just something to get used to. Boom, there we go. And one more level down. Yeah, let's go one more level down, and then we will wrap this episode here. Oh, I need to make one more. Craft. All right, I need more machinery plate. I need more plates. I'm going to have to steal some from here. Boom. Did I get that guy? I don't know. All right, let's take a few more of these, and then we'll build that last sloped conveyor, and we will call it. There we go. And we'll drop this guy down. Oh, we're still building our other conveyors. Almost there. Yeah, pretty cool. So we'll wrap this episode here. I'll drop this last little sloped conveyor, and then next episode we will finish building this or setting up our infrastructure to automatically build the science pack level 1s. Let's go here and just make sure we didn't forget anything. 10 machinery parts. So we've got those being made, and 8 Technum rods. We got those coming down the hill. And then once we have that, if I go into the research menu, there's a whole bunch of stuff here. If you click on it, it tells you what you need. So most of these things seem to take 30 science packs. You can see everything seems to take 30 right now. Oh, that one takes 50. What is that? That's the mining drill speed increase. Rails, and then research lab 2 and stairs. So we'll probably do, yeah, we got to get the battery done. We'll do that first. The container I've used, it's useful, but definitely the inventory and the lights probably next. The lights at nighttime are kind of cool. They look kind of cool when you start lighting up the lab and lighting up the different belts and stuff. So it looks pretty sweet. All right, so let's wrap this up here. Again, if you like this video and you stayed this long, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. I'm super small channel right now, looking to grow, and I hope you're enjoying the content. But yeah, and subscribe if you want to be notified when there's more content, especially around this brand new game, Foundry. I'm anxious to see where it goes, so hopefully you'll stay with me through the ride here. But again, yeah, I'm going to end the episode here and just thank you for watching. And this is Glidercat signing off, saying I'll see you in the next one.